For Sheryl Roberts, modeling was the furthest thing from her mind. In fact, this Fort Worth native was an athlete. Today, I spoke with Sheryl to find out how her transition happened. Take a look. Sheryl, welcome to Next Level, and thank you for being here. Tell me, how did modeling get on your radar?
A friend of mine that was in one of my classes sent my photo in to Essence magazine. They were having a 25th anniversary model search, and she sent my picture in, and they called me. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then from there, I ended up doing their contest, and I didn't win, but I got to come to New York, and a lot of agencies, Elite and all these agencies wanted to sign me, but my mom told me I needed to graduate. So I just went back home and finished school.
So you're in school, running track and waiting tables. How did the transition happen for you?
A scout came into my restaurant and gave me the card. He was like, oh, I'm with Kim Dawson. You should, to call this agency and go and see them. So I did. I called that agency. I also did a little research and went and saw like all of the biggest agencies in Dallas. And then I signed with one, and that's how I started.
And how did you end up in New York?
I started modeling in Dallas. I modeled there for a few months, and then I started going back and forth to Chicago because Elite model agency in Chicago signed me. Elite started getting me bookings in New York, so I started coming back and forth to New York, and then eventually just moved to New York and started modeling here.
Sheryl, for our viewers here in Alpena, what advice do you have for those wanting to break into the industry?
If you have social media, it's literally as easy as just like taking a bunch of pictures, not professional pictures where you pay money, but just, you and your friends just, take photos, even simple pictures like in a tank top and jeans on a white background. You can take those photos, post them on your Instagram, and you can just start tagging all the agencies.
What are some of the strengths required for your industry?
Okay, number one thing you have to have is confidence. The next thing you have to have is authenticity. I think that people gravitate to people that have a story to tell. People gravitate to people that are interesting. So it's not just about being pretty, because if you're a model, that means you're pretty, which means that all of the girls are pretty and all the guys are attractive. So it's like something about you that makes you interesting. And it has to be more than just that you're pretty and more than just being a model.
Thank you, Sheryl. Sheryl still occasionally models, but you can find her these days in her vintage shop in Brooklyn, the Collective at Indigo Style, where she does celebrity styling and styling for everyday people like us. Join us next week for Next Level, where your next level may be explored.